Let's take another question, and let's start over here.
Okay, my name's Harry Miller. I represent the Bad Law Project and an organisation called Fair Cop. The police define hate in this country as dislike and antagonism. My response to that is to speak freely of that which I dislike and to be as antagonistic as is humanly possible while staying on the right side of the law. By the police's own definition, I engage in hate speech. Is this wise?
I think both are unwise.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Explain why.
Well, first of all, in the case of the police, I just do not believe that we can legislate affection. I don't think that we can, and I don't even want to be the recipient of affection that has been legislated. However, I also think that it is profoundly childish to then decide that because someone says, if you said to me that you talk about what you dislike, because you want to talk about what you dislike, I think I would respect that. But to say my response is then to talk about what I dislike, I think, life is short. Maybe you should just do something that you actually enjoy.
But if you're doing it not for the sake of being dislikable, but because you think that you take the view you either use it or you lose it. Because I think that if we don't speak out about what we think is true, and we don't say things which the government and the police would class as hate speech, then that self-censorship closes the Overton window and it shuts down that which is permissible. And therefore, I think we have an obligation to speak.
Okay. I should say we did invite the National Police Council to come along, but they didn't. So, yes, this idea of wedging the window open, the Overton window, is there some function for that?
I suppose so. I think one of the problems I have with this sort of argument also is there's a part of me that thinks it is in fact possible for a majority of us to get along. I think this sort of view is very alienating. And there are already people who are doing those things. And I suppose maybe it's also for me a question of what are we talking about? So in talking about what you dislike, what do we mean? Are we saying then that you to prove a point, you go to the streets and say women are inferior and black people should be killed? What are we talking about? Because I think it also matters.
Okay.
Not that.
Okay. Not that, said the gentleman in the audience, and few
Thank goodness.
from the stage.